Jim Rohn once said, "It's better to live 6 months with a plan than 10 years without one." But there's a plan most people are buying into that's slowly draining their wallets. Insurance. It's supposed to protect us. But what if some policies are doing the opposite? These are 5 insurance policies Jim Rohn would never buy. And if you're paying for any of them, this could save you hundreds, even thousands. Let me be clear, Jim wasn't anti-insurance. He made anti-uninformed decisions. He believed that what you don't know can hurt you financially for years. In this video, we're not just exposing 5 overpriced, underperforming policies. We're showing you what to do instead, so you're not throwing money into a policy trap. And by the way, number 1 is the most common insurance mistake I see, and it's hiding in plain sight. You buy a new laptop. The cashier leans in with a smile. Would you like to protect your $800 purchase for just $99 more? Jim Rohn said, don't major in minor things. And extended warranties are exactly that. Small fears disguised as smart planning. Most products already come with a manufacturer's warranty. And if something does break, chances are the repair cost is less than the policy you bought to avoid it. In fact, some experts call these the most profitable products for retailers. Guess who's not profiting? You. Drop a spanner in the comments if you've ever bought one of these and regretted it. You're planning a trip. The airline says, add $12 for peace of mind. Sounds fair, right? Until your flight gets delayed, your bag goes missing, and the peace of mind turns out to be a customer service maze. Jim said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. But these plans are full of gaps, fine print, and hollow protection. Many credit cards already include trip protection for free. You're paying for a policy that duplicates coverage poorly. Have you ever had to use travel insurance? Did it help or frustrate you? Let's talk about the scariest kind of marketing. The kind that uses your fears to sell you protection you may not need. Cancer insurance. Heart attack coverage. These sound wise until you realize you're insuring against one tree in an entire forest. Jim believed in preparation, but never through fear. Fear, unchecked, becomes a prison. What you actually need is strong overall health insurance and an emergency fund, not emotional protection policies. And if this one felt intense, wait until number 2. It's invisible, but everywhere. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you got an email like this? Sounds urgent, right? But Jim Rohn had a rule. Don't make decisions out of panic. Make them out of principle. Here's the truth. Most banks and credit cards already offer free fraud monitoring. And the rest? You're paying $15 per month to be notified something already happened. You're not buying prevention. You're buying a dashboard and a phone number. If you're paying for one of these services right now, pause this video and check your bank's free tools. You might cancel it by the time I get to number 1. It sounds terrifying. That's why it sells. Accidental death and dismemberment. What if something happens to you? Here's what Jim would ask. Are you insuring your risk or your fears? 90% plus of deaths are illness-related. Less than 5% are covered by AD&D. A friend of mine thought his policy would cover everything. He passed away from a stroke. His wife called the insurer. They told her, sorry, not an accident. That's why Jim Rohn would skip this one. It's cheap for a reason. It rarely pays. If that shocked you, type, I didn't know that in the comments. You're not alone. Jim Rohn didn't just teach money. He taught awareness. He warned, don't spend your fortune, try to avoid every what if. And that's what these 5 policies often are. Fear-based spending that adds up silently. That money could fund your emergency account, build a term life plan, or be invested to protect your future. If Jim were alive today, here's what he'd likely prioritize instead. Because smart insurance is about building a shield, not rending fear. Jim said, we must all suffer one of 2 pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Choose wisely. If this helps you see money differently, hit subscribe. That's how we build a community of thinkers, not just spenders. And hey, if you've ever bought a policy you regret, drop it below. Let's help someone else avoid the same trap.